We have done the analysis, and we have, from our responsibility, first one is to build sufficient resource to build up buffers in terms of foreign exchange resource.
Now, you have said that rupee will be depreciated to 305 to 315.
I haven't said. I don't think there's someone else coming. I never.
So I quoted you.
No, I had never given any. I mean, that's not central bank governor. Anyone should not give any exchange rate target, because we all understand it's a flexible exchange rate regime that will depend on the demand and supply for foreign exchange inflows and outflows. So that will determine whether currency will appreciate or depreciate. I think, in my personal view, right now currency has come to a level is appreciated because of the less demand we had, less import demand, high interest rates. That's why how this demand and supply factors have worked and stabilized the currency at that level. But going forward, if you look at the demand for credit, economy is recovering. Obviously, currency we will have to depreciate. I mean, our responsibility is to, while allowing currency to move in line with demand and supply, but not to have a large volatility, have a smooth gradual adjustment through our interventions. And while at the same time we need to build our resource, because we still is low. So
how do you find the rupee? Do you find it overvalued, because the exporters also are finding a problem at the moment, because cost push has gone up?
Now this is where I think from the exporter side we are getting complaints from the exporters, mainly because of the expectation when last year exchange rate, I think 2023 exchange rate depreciated to 324 at some point, and then they place orders for exporters. They price exchange rate around 330 for their orders. Then exchange rate, because the market has a lot of pressure to appreciate, we build up our resource about 2.8 billion, still exchange rate appreciated 290. So that obviously have an impact on the exporters in terms of their margins. 10% appreciation of the currency is not helping the exporters. They are complaining. Now I think that's why, in my personal view, exchange rate has tightened enough. Is about competitiveness. Where, I mean, one benefit is that zero negative inflation has some impact. Reduction in electricity prices has some impact. Some relief for the exporters in terms of bringing down cost of production. Negative inflation, reducing electricity tariff has some benefit. That will set off part of the appreciation, but I think going forward for medium to long term basis, this is where I think always people like currency appreciating. It's not the best thing for the country, in my view. You need to have a balanced exchange rate, which will basically support the foreign exchange earnings as well as control the cost of production. So otherwise, we don't want to maintain artificially exchange rate at a certain level. I think this will certainly move around. I think that we have to accept the fact that exchange rate is a flexible exchange rate regime that will respond to demand and supply, and also the fact that currently rate has appreciated enough, in my view. I don't think we should tighten further. That will have impact on the export businesses.